Effective questioning and listening techniques, open, closed, and probing style questions, and active listening. Effective questioning and listening techniques are paramount in obtaining information from an interviewee in order to ensure that the interviewer is obtaining the specific information that they require. This may involve techniques such as eye contact, body language, and posture that is friendly and welcoming to an interviewee, listening skills such as active listening, and preparation of a combination of open, closed, and probing style questions in order to obtain specific information from the interviewee. So, what we're going to take a look at now is active listening and preparation of different questions in order to both get the data we require and ensure that we comprehend and confirm what the interviewee is saying to us as the interviewer. So let's start off first with open, closed, and probing style questions. So they're the different types of questions used in combinations in order to obtain specific information, but also learn about an interviewee and seek further information about what they're talking about. So, firstly, we'll look at open style questions, which is a question that asks an individual to draw on their experiences, inviting a longer response from the questioner to learn about the interviewee. So, this may be something such as, what experience do you have in web design? We're asking it as an open question, so the interviewee can reply with anything related to their experience. So they may say something like, I have a degree and certificates related to HTML5, CSS, and PHP. So it's an open answer where they draw upon their experience. And obviously, they're not too restricted, but there is a bit of a boundary where we want to hear from, and they draw upon that experience. The opposite of this is a closed style question, which invites a short, specific response, such as a yes or no answer, and this might be used to specifically satisfy a particular criteria. So let's say the interviewer is being quite direct with their closed question. They're saying, do you have any experience in web design? And this might be a cutthroat yes or no answer. So obviously they're going to give us yes. Okay, and by saying yes, we can go through with the interview process or check a box. But if they said no, it pretty much rules them straight out of that aspect. So we need to be direct because we need to ensure they have that web design experience, and thus we want a straight up answer so we can make sure that that criteria is either met or they don't have it. The final type of question we have is a probing style question, which invites further conversation in relation to information previously stated by the interviewee. So we've had this kind of pattern that we've been asking questions about web design. So if we look at a probing style question, we might say, tell me more about some of the websites you've made. So we're building upon the experiences they've already drawn upon, and we want to hear something further. So we're probing into what they've been saying to us. So they might reply with, I have made websites for some local businesses, and you can view them from these online addresses. Okay, and so we can look further into that. They're giving us more information about what we're being interested in and allow us to even check in more criteria to see if they're suited or satisfying the data that we need to obtain from them. So they are the three different types of questions we can use when interviewing a person in order to ensure we obtain specific, open information or delve further into information that we want to get from an interviewee. The other side of this is that of active listening, the listening skill that we want to use. And this is used in conversations between people in which an idea or information is mentioned to one individual by another, with the listener replying through reiteration. And by doing this, they're speaking back to the person that just told them the information. Pretty much what they've just said, and confirming so in what they said by them hearing that they're saying the same thing back. Now, this action is completed by the listener in order to show that they both heard what was said correctly and hopefully understand what they are being told by the speaker. All right, so what this may look like is, here's my speaker and here's my active listener. The speaker may say, I believe our new system would benefit from greater communication options. And so the active listener would reply back, okay, so you believe that our new system would benefit from greater communication options. So they reiterated back to the speaker what they've just heard, and then they may even build upon it through saying, such as 3G connectivity. Okay, so they've added on something extra. So they confirmed they heard what was said correctly, and they've also shown they've interpreted it and built upon it with even an idea coming along with that, showing how well active listening supports both the listening but then also the comprehension, okay, and confirms back to the speaker they know what's being spoken about. So I hope this video has given you a bit of an understanding of both listening skills and communication skills and questioning skills that can be used in interview scenarios that can help us ask questions to an interviewee in order to extract information, but also use in listening, okay, through active listening in order to ensure that we've gotten the correct data and confirm that back to a speaker that we understand what they have told to us.